Hi, my name is Kai, and I would like to introduce you to the Gaia wig by Epic Cosplay. This one is in natural blonde. Now, the Gaia wig has one of the coolest features in a pigtail wig. It has a full-length, skin-toned part down the center of it. This causes the interior to be made out of lace. Now, resizing a lace interior wig may sound kind of scary, but it's actually really easy, and I'm here to show you how. For this project, you will need scissors, a hair clip of some kind, a comb, hair ties, needle and thread, and some type of stretch fabric. This is a 4-way swimsuit stretch that I just happen to have some scrap of. Now, whether you want to resize your Gaia wig to be bigger or smaller, the first few steps are going to be the same. The very first thing you'll want to do is take your hair clip and your comb and comb these longer bang sections forward and then clip them so that you don't pull them up later. You're only going to work on one side of the wig at a time. Now you'll notice that this is a different color from the other side. The Gaia wig comes with elastic wrapped around it, and you're going to want to remove that. When you've finished removing the elastic, you're going to want to maintain your grip on the hair and flip it forward. Then you're going to take your comb to these bottommost layers and pull some of the hair free. What we're aiming to expose is the bottommost wefts. Once you have several inches exposed, you're going to move on to the next step. Once you have this lower section of weft exposed, you want to take a hair tie and gather the rest of this hair forward and out of the way. It doesn't matter how this hair is arranged, you're going to go back and adjust it again later. All that matters is that it's out of the way, so now you can remove the clip from the front so that you can clip the other side of the bangs, rinse and repeat. At this point, you're going to be taking the wig off of the wig head and moving it to a table or your lap. You're going to pick up your scissors and we're going to start making cuts. Now, where you want to cut is along this bottom weft between the short layers and the long layers. If you pull it apart, you can see that there's a little bit of threading there. You want to keep these lower wefts intact when you're finished. You're going to want to make the incision in the wig between those layers. This will help maintain the line. Now, before you close your scissors, you're going to want to line them up as closely between the wefts as you can for minimal loss and shedding. And then you're cut. Don't lose your head when some of the hair falls out. It's bound to happen with a resized wig. When you're looking at the interior of the wig, you're going to be seeing layers of wefting that all pull up to make the ponytails. In order to enlarge or shorten the wig cap, you're going to want to make a few more cuts up the wefts. Again, try and aim between the hairs as much as possible to preserve as much of the wig as you can. Cut about 3 wefts up. At this point, the differences start appearing. If you're making the wig cap smaller, you'll want to take one side and overlap it against the other. If you want these sizing hooks to remain, pay attention to which side they're on. You're going to line them up how you'd like them, and then you're going to pinch and stitch straight down these inner wefts and sew down the bottom weft. This is going to create a little bit of a flap, but it'll sit flat against your head. If you're making your wig cap larger, you're going to need to get your fabric. In order to make sure that each side is the same, you want to measure out how many inches you'd like to add. In this case, we're going to add 1 inch to the wig. And then you're going to cut 1 inch apart the sides of a triangle. Then you're going to make another cut in the base of the wig, just above these lower wefts. Only in the cap and not the actual hair. Then we're going to sew this triangle of fabric back in, with the bottom part being stitched up here. Above on this side and even on the lower. So what I've done here is I've sewn in that triangle of fabric. I've made sure to be above the lowest weft on this side and at the lowest weft on this side. At this point in time, you're going to go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. Now I've finished sewing in both of the triangles. At this point, you're going to go back and you're going to restyle the pigtails. You're almost done. At this point, you can see that there's a triangle of fabric here, and that the wefts sort of overlap it. Because you want to keep this stretched, we aren't going to resew any of these bottom pieces, but that's why we pulled out the long pieces at the start. We're going to go ahead, pull the elastic out, and restyle these longer pieces in, giving them that extra bit of stretch. We're going to do that on both sides.